Today, 5 executive function tips to help with managing stress for busy professionals. So first off, we're going to talk about self-monitoring. So self-monitoring is the ability to know how you're moving towards goals. And so one of the things that we always want to be self-monitoring is our stress and productivity. Often our productivity decreases first before we start feeling very stressed. And so by having a good measure on how we're doing with our productivity or our stress levels allows us to do something to mitigate that stress and be able to work on it to limit its impacts. But now let's move on to 4 others that are going to be focusing on preventing the stress from forming in the first place. First one we want to talk about is focus. So inhibitory controls is our ability to limit distractions, not react to distractions, and stay on task with what we want to be focusing on. So one of the strategies just to focus on here is let's carve out time to make sure we're able to do work with limiting our distractions. If you're managing people, carve out time that it's not just always open door, that someone can always come in. Help define what emergencies are so that if someone does need you, they're not distracting you without a good purpose. And that really is on you to help making sure that you're doing this. This could be if you're working at home, helping making sure that you have a nice work from home setup that limits distractions that might pull your attention away. The next one that I want to focus on is planning and prioritization. So really setting aside time to plan your week, what you're doing is you're removing that aspect of having to think about what you need to be doing. And that constantly thinking about what you need to be doing is going to impact your stress because you're going to be constantly worried that something's going to slip through the cracks. So by planning out and prioritizing your week, you're helping make sure that you're not missing these things. And it's just a load off your brain and it helps decrease stress levels. Now, moving on, we also want to focus a bit on time management. So when you're setting out things for yourself to be doing, you want to make sure that you have a good estimate on how long things will take. And you want to also make sure that you're starting things earlier rather than later, just in case it takes longer than expected. Now, this decreases the pressure of what if I don't get this done? And that can lead to a lot of stress on yourself. The next one up is flexible thinking. And so when we're talking about flexible thinking, what we're talking about is building those muscles to help you be ready to adapt for things without feeling like everything's being thrown off. So with flexible thinking and this cognitive flexibility, part of this ties back to planning and prioritization. You want to leave room in your schedule for things that may go wrong. But also, if things don't go your way, being flexible thinking can decrease that pressure of if it's not your way, then it's bad, then it leads to stress. So working on flexible thinking of adapting to things, not reacting right away, and starting to get creative with increasing that flexibility can allow you not to have such stress levels that really probably are going to be okay at the end of the day anyway. And when you're more flexible, you can have better work relationships with people, and it's going to decrease the overall stress of working in a busy professional lifestyle. So thank you for listening today. 5 executive function tips. Again, just to recap: self-monitoring, focus and inhibitory controls, planning and prioritization, time management, and then flexible thinking. See you again soon.